Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. It's a absolutely gorgeous day here in northwestern Ohio. I guess midwestern Ohio, I should say. But it is, the beginning of fall. I call this west weather. I will tell you, there's some 90 degrees still lurking around in the forecast. But for the most part, the cooler temps are starting to sneak in a little bit. Trees are kind of shedding their leaves, and pretty soon we're going to be hearing the rustling of leaves going down the road, one of my absolute favorite sounds in the world. But I have a Friday morning wake up call for you. And that wake up call is going to consist of a couple things. First and foremost, it's going to consist of an apology. I said that I was going to get a different camera and lighting put on this particular a recording area that I got. I have a rig that is, I guess, uh, uh, industry mumbo jumbo, but it's essentially going to be a cage. It goes around this area that I'm talking on, and it will allow me to have things suspended up off my desk as opposed to sitting on my desk. So I'll have better lighting. I'm going to get a different camera put on, and I have all this expensive equipment and high tech equipment. Meanwhile, I'm talking to you on a webcam, which is why it keeps going in and out. So I'm gonna try to keep the hands away because that's usually what causes it to go in and out. But what I want to talk to you about today, other than that, is a couple things. Very first thing is not having enough time. Okay, so one of the things that I've been working on this year is, in addition to writing a couple books and um, dealing with just all sorts of things going on. I mean, the same sort of stuff that anybody would have in any family. We've had deaths in the family, organizing celebrations of life, elder family members moving and helping with that. I mean, just a lot of different things. But on top of that, I also have all my client work, and that is a blessing. But at the end of the day, saying I'm trying my best to get out of my vocabulary, but I also have my beloved clients. Okay. Now, I love working with my clients. They're the absolute best in the world. They're my friends, they're my family, and I love them. And I want to bring on more clients. But at 55, soon to be 56, I also don't want to be trading time for money as much. I want to have multiple streams of income that are coming in, especially in a residual sense, where think of it as being a plumber, and every time you put in a toilet and someone flushes it, you get paid. You do the work once and then get paid over and over again. Same thing with residual income. So I have two podcasts that I work on, which is Warehouse Safety Tips and Building Wins. I have my own podcast, but those two that I just mentioned are over 200 episodes apiece with Warehouse Safety Tips, an awesome client, Mighty Line. That one, we just wrapped up 247. We're only 13 episodes away from 5 years in a row, never missing a week. So, client work, relative things, two kids in college, just life in general. And if all that wasn't enough, lots of other things, like I said, books and you name it. So if you say you don't have the time, I know you do, because one of the things that has been kind of a goal of mine this year is doing more time blocking and using apps that allow for my productivity to be better, for my schedule to be aligned better, just constant and never-ending improvement, if you will. But even who I feel do or does a very, very good job of that balancing act of having a uh, uh, large client base and other projects going on, I still, have things I can improve upon, but I also still, with all that, have got time. Okay. And I know that because if I sit down at night and I'm watching shows with my wife, I could have a laptop, on my lap. instead of whatever, you name it, collecting, the things that you see behind me, the little tchotchkes and whatnot. There's always time. Okay. So that's the very first thing is if you say you don't have enough time, then that's not true. If I were to follow you around for just a couple hours, I'd be able to find all sorts of time. All right. So that's the very first thing. The second thing is the whole freedom and autonomy thing that, you just can't imagine the blessing that it provides for you and your family. Okay. And what I mean by that is, this is a bookshelf back here. This isn't a background. I'm not, sitting in at my office right now, waiting for my boss to sneak around the corner and bust me. I'm at home, so working from home and having the freedom and autonomy to do things on your schedule. And again, I have clients that I've done, almost 5 years of weeks in a row of business and have never missed a beat. Okay. Whether I'm doing rack and stacks with my buddy Randy Chafee, doing the warehouse safety tips for Mighty Line and the whole Goki family, or whatever I'm doing, that stuff comes first. And I've added myself as a client as well so that I can get my stuff done and not be a shoeless cobbler. All right. But that freedom and autonomy, I want you to chase after it. I'm going to tell you why, because it wasn't all that long ago. It was like 8 years ago. I was in a situation where every single morning I was driving to work and I had about a half hour commute, so nothing crazy. And I know that there are people that sit, probably an hour in a commute, but a commute is a commute. If you have to do it, if you have to leave your house, it's not fun. So, and by the way, I have nothing wrong with working a traditional job, but I'm going to tell you why. All that's great, but you still are, if you're anything like me, psychologically unemployable. Okay, where you just know that there's something else you could be doing, and that something else, in any way, shape, or form, is building your dream as opposed to someone else's. Okay. And when I would drive to work, I literally called it the joint, because it felt like I was going to prison every day. And I know that might be extreme, but it's the truth. Okay. And I would be there and, I would give them what they needed and everything. But in the background, I was always looking for, what could I do? Gosh, it'd be so nice if, but kind of a thing. I'm going to tell you right now, get off of your butts. Okay. Your BUTTs and your BUTs. All right. They aren't going to help you. But the situation changed when I thought that I was going to be going to a dream job. Okay. That dream job ended up being a dream. All right. It was a nightmare. Okay. It was horrible. And I was let go of that position by no fault of my own. And when I come home and told my wife, who had actually prodded me to take that position, we were just dumbfounded, and it was a couple months before this holiday season. It was this time of year, actually. And, it was just like a big slap in the face, because this is not a great time to lose a position. So the client work snuck in, and then that client work ended up being more and more and more, to the point that what you see today, I get to work and have the freedom and autonomy of being here in my own office, doing things on my own time. And as long as I get them done, I'm doing what I said I would do, for numerous clients. All right. So you want to have that situation where that there's a carrot there. Okay. And even though 8 years might sound like a lot, it really kind of transformed itself in just a couple. It's been 8 years, but in just a couple years, not only was I making more than I'd made at my previous, but I've almost tripled it. Okay. And that is something that I'm just telling you, the freedom and autonomy side of it is so worth it. You just have to know that it is there. Okay. And it's kind of like pumping a water pump or digging for gold or whatever the case may be. You don't want to stop short. Okay. For the water coming up, the gold being found, whatever the situation is. So the trading time for money thing is not anything wrong. I mean, but I just want you to know that there is other things out there. So what I want to be talking to you about in the rest of the year and hopefully many years after that, God willing, is multiple streams of income and figuring out the things that will go from somewhere or sometime to part-time to full-time. Okay. And that is the things that are going to set you free. Okay. Because let's say that you're not in the new dream job, you're in that job that I called the joint. The joint, even though it was not what I wanted to be doing, it was stable. It was a job that I probably wouldn't have left had my wife not kind of prodded me to, because she thought this other position was going to be a dream job. Okay. So good benefits. The checks cashed every week, and as long as I showed up and did what I was supposed to do, they paid, and the benefits were good and all that. So and there's nothing wrong with that. But what if all of a sudden that goes away? Okay, and they say that AI is eliminating jobs. We know that industries are moving other places. There's a lot of jobs news in the news that are just going bye-bye. Okay, so what do you do? Okay, do you want to have the situation that I had, where you are in a situation where you think you have a dream job and all of a sudden it's gone, or do you want to have something in the background where you are doing it again sometime, which is exactly what I was doing with the stuff I do right now back then. Okay, so I had a little bit working in the background that was able to kind of turn into something. Or do you want to be completely on your flat on your face, where you are completely and utterly surprised when someone does that? So what I would tell you is, I hope you're choosing the multiple streams of income. And what I mean by that are, I'm sure you have a passion or a knowledge of something. Okay, and that could be a course. All right, or you have a knowledge of somebody that has a passion or a knowledge, and you want to be an affiliate for them. Okay, so that's where a course or a consulting or a membership will help you on the knowledge or the passion that you have. An affiliate program will help you promote somebody else that has the passion or knowledge, but it's not like working for someone else. It's supporting someone else by sharing that information. And then something else, and something that I would really like you to take a peek at, and I'll tell you just a very quick little aside about it, is network marketing. Now, network marketing is something that has gotten a little bit of a bad stigma over the years, where people think of it as one of those things, or I had a friend or a family member that was in one of those, and it was horrible, or whatever. The biggest one being, that's a pyramid scheme. Well, that before mentioned position at either one of the positions I just told you about, I want you to think about where you work. Okay, you for sure have got a CEO, likely. You've got, vice presidents and other board members below them. You've got upper management below those people. You got middle management below those, and then you've got the staff below them. Okay, and if you draw it out on a piece of paper, I promise you, it's going to look like a pyramid. All right, that pyramid is no different than network marketing. The only difference is that with network marketing, you are going to have the ability to not have a glass ceiling. Okay, you're not ever going to be above probably middle to upper management, most likely. Moving from being a staff member. All right, you're not going to be the CEO. Very very unlikely. And so, but with multi-level marketing and network marketing, you can. Okay, you can move up and be a whatever you want. Okay, I mean, you can go as high or as small as you want. Good morning, Eric. Bam. Uh, slices of pizza look like a pyramid. Yeah, they do. And I know you love yourself some pizza. So does your boy. But anyway, the network marketing side of things is, again, one of those sources of income that, you got to realize that the people that say those things, they are in the 99% of the people that, maybe don't do anything in that industry. But the 1% is the 1% that has made more millionaires than the movie industry, the record industry, and, most industries combined. Okay. The more millionaires have been made. And you got to say to yourself, well, I hear that that's a scam. Okay. I hear people get in and they don't ever do anything. Well, that's true. Okay. Let me tell you about a couple other scams. All right. A couple other scams would be real estate, cutting hair, or selling insurance. All right. I'm sure that there is a high likelihood that somebody, maybe even be you, that has gotten a real estate license, never sold a house, got an insurance license, never sold a policy, has a license to cut hair and do makeup and nails and whatnot, never had a client. All right. Are they scams? That's, I'm asking for real, and sarcastically, but we know they're not. Okay. It takes hustle. It's not something that, when they say the products sell themselves, or, whatever, it's the easiest money you'll ever make, all the stuff. I'll tell you something that is true of all industries, but especially for network marketing. Once marketers get involved, it's screwed up. Okay. They will be the one to perpetrate the, stories and the claims and the check flashing and all that stuff. But the company is what you want to look at, not the morons that are out there telling you that kind of stuff, because there hasn't been a product that I've ever sold, ever in my entire life, that sold itself. It just doesn't happen. Okay. I'm not telling you that someone won't see it. Eric Bam, that was just on here, he has perfect crust pizza liners. When you see them, if you sell pizza, if you're someone that is marketing pizza, you're probably going to have a need for his product. Okay. It is a great product. It soaks up grease. It allows, the pizza to stay in a, crunchier, format, and it's just a great product for pizza. But if you didn't know about it, I promise you, it's not just, he doesn't go in and see the 10 boxes last night and there's 8 today because they sold themselves. He's out there showing people the product and being a brand ambassador, which is exactly what you are when you are in that affiliate marketing that I spoke about, network marketing, or if you have your own business and you have that freedom and autonomy, you better be a brand ambassador. Okay. You better be the person that's out there, selling yourself. I crow about market you first. It's one of my books that's coming out, and it is making sure that you market yourself, not the products or the services that you market. Okay. Very, very important. So anyway, I just wanted to touch base with you and, kind of have a wake up call on Friday, and let you know that it would be of a very advantageous stance, to get some things working in the background, either from your own passions or knowledge, someone else's passion or knowledge in the form of an affiliate program, or finding a network marketing program that can add to your multiple streams of income. I would also suggest investing and whatnot. But I am not a tax attorney. I'm not a CPA or anybody that can, speak to this. But I will tell you from personal experience and my own actions, that one of the things that people will say in this industry, whether it's, any of the 3 things I just spoke about, I don't have the money. Okay. There's a couple things I want to tell you with that. If you can't afford to do the stuff I'm talking about, you can't afford not to. All right. And I hate to say that. I hope it doesn't sound crass, but you need to be able to do it, because if you can't afford to do this stuff and work on your own, finances and future, you again can't afford not to. Okay. It's kind of like when people say that, oddly enough, in the form of, network marketing, I sell nutraceuticals. Okay. Um, if you take them now, yeah, the cost might be what you think is something that you can't afford. But what are the costs of not taking them? Okay, down the road. All right, it just it's just it's crazy. But the second thing I want to tell you about the cost is, if you are treating your business like a business and you have an intention to make profit, then you can go from a W-2 kind of a mentality to a 1099 mentality, where you have your own business, and many of the things that you are paying for every day you can write off. You probably are going to save anywhere from, I'd say, 200 to 500 on average. And if you think about that, that could be an additional, you know, uh, thousands of dollars, a year. So you can't afford it, because in all honesty, you probably would be able to make more from the money you're leaving on the table by not taking those expenses and writing them off than you would have if you'd just kept going and not doing them. Okay. So again, I'm not a CPA or anyone that should be giving you advice, but from my own standpoint, and I tell you to check into it, again, you can write a lot of stuff off. So anyway, guys, I hope that this somewhere in something I said finds you in a great place. I hope that if you have any questions, you come to me and let me know. I will tell you that if you go to weswyatt.com, you're going to see a opt-in on that page. By all means, sign up for it. Give me your name, your email address. Make sure you provide a valid email address, or you won't get the information. But I'll tell you about all the things and more that I talked about today, and I won't spam you. If you don't like what you see, all you have to do is go through and unsubscribe. But I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to have you on my team. I'd love to show you the things I'm doing in the background. And if you go to weswyatt.com, you can see that and more. Thank you very much to Eric Bam, who popped on. Anyone else that's watching, thank you. If you watch this in replay, let me know. And if there's anything I can do to help you, reach out. But until we talk next time, I hope that you are on your way to have an insane weekend. And as always, have a dynamite day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.